Hey guys, next to me is a brand new Skeeter ZX150 on the back, 150 horsepower Yamaha V-Max SHO. And to get this thing ready to roll, we need to do a proper break-in on this motor. And in this video, I'm gonna run you guys through the process. So we just backed the boat off the trailer. One good practice when breaking in a new motor is when you first start it up, let that motor idle just for 5-10 minutes. Just let those parts get to temperature, let that motor sit and idle before you get to running around. So because it's really important to pay attention to the amount of time that you're running your motor and your RPMs, I have my RPM gauge right here, which I'm going to pay close attention to. And I also have my SOLIX fired up right here where I have this clock where I can pay attention to how long I'm running, make sure that I'm running that hour-long period and then switching up, going to the next step of the break-in process. So for the first hour of operation, you want to make sure that you run this motor at a variation of different speeds, but making sure that you don't go over 2,000 RPMs or over half throttle. Alrighty, so we're gonna get going with step one of the break-in process. I'm gonna put the boat in gear and we're gonna run at a variation of different speeds for an hour. So we just wrapped up our first hour of operation. I ran the boat at a handful of different speeds, making sure not to go over 2,000 RPMs or over half throttle. And now we're on to the second step of the break-in process, the second hour. And for this hour, we can put the boat on pad, get the boat on plane, but we have to make sure that we do not go full throttle, just enough to get the boat on plane and keep us on plane. And that's for the next hour. So let's get into the second step. So we just wrapped up our second hour of running the motor. For the next 8 hours, we can run the boat at any speed as long as we don't go full throttle more than 5 minutes. Once we hit that 10-hour mark, we're good to go. You can run the motor as normal. Again, it's super important to follow the owner's manual step by step. This motor is a huge investment and you want to take care of it. Following that break-in process, watching your hours, watching your RPMs to make sure that those parts break in properly will help improve the life of the motor and the overall performance of the engine.